you've been experimenting in the AI with AI. And last week we did this cool experiment where Miguel well, they call it they call it bots. I call it a meme of me. Like he made an avatar of me and him
There you
having a
go.
conversation.
Avatar is what people mostly call it now.
It looks like me and Miguel are talking like this. But here's how it took place. Tell me if I help me through this story when I get this wrong, Miguel. But Miguel calls me up and says he wants to do this experiment with me. He takes my bio. Did you put it in Chat GPT?
Yeah, I just took some information that I knew about you. I think because you are known, you've got sources on the internet that kind of share that information. I
Mhm.
think it just tied a lot of that information. It filled in the gaps.
I see that. Okay, because we were
Because
talking about this yesterday in a training on AI, and that's what I said happened, but in the moment, I was lying. This is what I think was happening. I'm learning it myself, and I'm talking with Miguel, trying to learn this better. Okay, so he takes my little short bio, and he's like, "Dog, I need a picture of you." I give him just a headshot of me like this, and then he says, "Dog, I need you to read this script." And it's just a short introductory script of, "Oh, hey, my name's Armando Collins, blah 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 blah." Puts it into Chat GPT. Now, Chat GPT has my voice pattern, my tone, and pulling from the internet, it's getting creating this composite of what a me looks like. So he crumbs up. The first test is me and Miguel having an intro to a podcast, but it's basically us introducing ourselves. The first two-thirds of what my avatar said was what I said, but the last third, you could tell this is what got pulled from the internet. But it pulled from the internet to create a casual conversation between me and Miguel, because Miguel is also there and it's doing a similar thing for him.
a component that you did miss out on, Potsy, is that there is another program that I'm using that is not Chat GPT.
Mhm.
It uses some elements of Chat GPT, but it's pulling it from that side of that platform. So
What is the platform?
the platform is called HeyGen.
Hey, Jen.
HeyGen, and it's an artificial intelligence movie editing generator platform. So a video AI generated platform. And basically what I was also doing with your voice is I was training the avatar. So
That's
I was training it on the tone, the pace, inflections, and using emotions. So I could pinpoint different parts of a script and I could say, you would say it like this, or you would say it like that. There's more inflection on this, there's more emphasis on this word than there is on these other words. And so I was training the AI and giving it instructions so that um, it would give me an output that sounded as realistic as possible.
Hey, friends. Welcome to the show. I'm Dr. Armando Collins, professor, digital strategist, and all around tech advocate. Basically, I'm here to make sure people run the tech, not the other way around. These days, I'm teaching at Cal Poly Pomona, but my roots still deep in the Carolinas, where I helped launch a digital literacy program that actually kept people awake.
And I'm Miguel Reynoso, your co host and your favorite instructional designer who escaped the corporate jungle with all limbs intact. I build learning experiences for companies, nonprofits, and research teams. And every so often, I like to throw a little AI pixie dust into the mix.
so context is on the input side. It is you giving prompts to the AI, or is it just any type of information?
Any type of information. I
Okay.
mean, even think about it. If we wanted to, like, now you could babyfy yourself, right?
Yeah.
Well, think about your voice as a baby is probably going to be different than your voice as an adult, right?
Okay. You know what would be real cool is if like this next section of the podcast just switched and we were babies for the rest of
I could babyfy you now. I could babyfy you.
Okay, well, because that's what we did. Okay, after we did the first one where I actually put in my information to train it. Now Miguel wants to show me that this thing can operate on its own, which is scary. Like this is Terminator 2, y'all. I'm just saying, it's the apocalypse. We're at the beginning of the apocalypse. The AI, he has the we as he said, pick a topic. I said, let's talk about immigration. And he was like, yeah, but I need a little bit more information for the prompt. And and we brainstormed. He said, did you see Arnold Schwarzenegger on The View? I said, no. So we Google it, and I think our prompt was something like Arnold Schwarzenegger immigration on The View.
Mhm.
And he asked the Chat GPT to take our avatars and create a podcast. Y'all, the podcast was
To
you can
create a
see
podcast that summarized the conversation between Arnold Schwarzenegger and the hosts on The View. So not only did it have to take the information that we had already given it and trained it with, but then it had to take the information and it had to consume the information from that video and then
Mhm.
tie it into a script and then give it to our avatars to then have a conversation about it.
So, today we're diving into that YouTube clip where former CA Gov Arnold Schwarzenegger, weighs in on immigration protests on The View.
Yep, that's the one with that intense headline, right? I mean, it's packed with political heat.
Exactly. And it's interesting because despite the video details being a bit off, like that Nan Nan thing for playback info, the title really draws you in. It's
Right.
like Arnold's reputation adds extra weight.
For sure. It makes you wonder, like, what his precise views were on the protests. I mean, did he lean into policy critiques or more of a personal opinion vibe?
Good question. It seems he's chipping in with his political 2 cents, which usually sparks a lot of
Yeah,
debate.
exactly.
He really doesn't hold back when discussing immigration issues on such a big platform.
But, isn't it a little off when a former governor tries to mix entertainment with policy discussion? I mean, I get that he's a celebrity.
The final product is imperfect, but it shows the potential good and bad of AI. The good is wow. That was when I posted that online, there were people who thought that was really us. There was also people who thought the real me was an avatar because last time they saw me, it was an avatar. The bad part is I saw in real time with this academic article,